Hello everyone! 2025 pre-orders, here we go. Even though I'm kind of a little bit behind. Oh yes, hello Kevin, can you hear him in the background? He's super excited. And yes, my cat is here too, sleepy on my lap. I think he's probably like, oh, here we go again. Well, like usual, a few of my 2024 pre-orders has been shifted over into 2025. So starting with, I don't know, it said it was going to be, this keeps getting delayed, and I guess that it makes sense because it's by Tessime, and that is the Fairy Tail Erza Scarlet 1/6 scale in her gorgeous Heaven Wheels armor, looking mighty mad. And I'm absolutely excited for this, and I don't mind them taking their time because she is a bit more on the expensive side. I pre-ordered her from Sugo Toys, but I won't lie, I am excited, and it'll be nice to get a release date, but I also don't mind if they take their time with this one because it has a lot of details and I really would love them to perfect that. Now then, oh yeah, the pictures I've included were taken 11 months ago, so be interesting to see what has kept it delayed, if that was the progress, because I believe it is out of 300 pieces, correct me if I'm wrong, so we'll see, I guess. Second on the list is, well, I'm not too sure. It says it's going to be released in 2025. There's no specific date, but my figure collection put it in January, and that is, oh my goodness, this is going to be probably my most expensive statue collectible currently, and that is the Ancient Magus Bride Season 2 Elias and Chisei 1/7 scale by Figurama. And goodness gracious, I've kind of wanted to have a Figurama piece for a while now, but there wasn't really one I was willing to put out the moolah for because it is a lot of money, even though I have loved like the Tokyo Ghoul statues they did. I was so close to getting one of those because they're so beautiful, but I guess good at the time I couldn't afford it, so I wasn't going to do that. But I'm in a better position now, and I was like, okay, Ancient Magus Bride, and you just kind of got her in the hold, similar to, with all the vines around it, when, she's in the chains and he frees her. And you've got Ruth there as well. It's gorgeous. I'm just like, okay, and it's, officially licensed as well. I'm like, okay, I'm going to risk it for the biscuit, and I'm going to pick up this one. So I'm excited. You can do like monthly payments, so that's what I've been doing for this one, and I can't wait for this to come out. Similarly to the Erza one, don't mind if this gets delayed, I just want them to get it right. A few pictures, I know the prototype was a little bit rough, but I know that generally they do change up a few things, so I know a few people were concerned, but I have faith in Figurama, and I absolutely cannot wait to have it in my collection. I don't know, I have a spot decided yet for it, but I am just super excited for that one, as you can imagine. And previously my most expensive figure was actually from the same series, the smaller, I think they're more like 1/10 scale, it's non-scaled set of Chisei and Elias. My goodness, so this will be taking over as far as most expensive. Next, which was delayed from December to January, and I wouldn't be surprised if I got another one, and that is the Overlord Albedo 1/8 pure white sand version by Alta. And I love this design so much, and I know a few people are like, oh, with the rods and expensive for 1/8. I probably could wait, considering a few of the previous Albedo scales have been going down in value, which is good in one way and bad in another way, because they're just some of the pricing is a bit ridiculous at the moment, I think we can all agree on. But I am too hyped for this one. It was kind of my Christmas present to myself, but now it's going to be belated. Let's hope it doesn't get pushed to further Christmas. Which is funny because I pre-ordered this December last year. No, the year before, 2023. Goodness, I have to say that now. But I absolutely love the details on this. The wings with the candy canes and the bows, the sack. I saw this from the game. It was on an Overlord game, mobile game that I think it's only in Japanese. I managed to play a little bit, but then the game I think was shut down. But this artwork I saw and I absolutely fell in love with it. I was actually tempted to try to make this figure myself. I want to start getting more into 3D modeling and potentially printing some stuff. We'll see how I go, just as a little tease there. But then I saw they released this and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna choose something else for my first project. But I'm also glad this is getting an official release as well, so hopefully they perfect all those details, because the design with the pigtails and the Santa hat are just, oh, it's the perfect Santa Christmas Albedo, and I'm all here for it. Next, for January, that was also delayed from December, and that is the Kakegurui XX Javami Yumiko 1/6 by Union Creative International. And I think this will turn out to be a good piece. I know that with the Union Creative reputation, it can be a little bit of a gamble, and a few people I can see on my figure collection have been like, oh, holding off, or they may cancel, but I'm pretty sure this will turn out well, or at least I really hope so as well. From the pictures of the so-called prototype it's meant to be closer to, she looks really good, so I'm gonna keep the pre-order and let's see if the gamble pays off. I swear this show has enticed me to do more gambling. I know that is a terrible thing to say. No, it has not. But let's move on. You could almost say that pre-ordering figures is quite the gamble at the moment. And it really is, because I did end up cancelling a few orders last year, which I plan to make another video on, and I'm glad I did, because the few ones I did cancel do not turn out well, let's just say. Moving on. I swear, if all these come out in January, it's going to be an expensive January. And the next, which I can't believe they finally made a scale this, and this is the Vocaloid Hatsune Miku 1/6 scale Sakura Hanami outfit version by Good Smile Company. And as soon as this artwork came out and I saw it was like initially a nendoroid doll, I was shattered because the artwork was so beautiful. But then, I think it wasn't exactly a year later, but close to a year later, they're like, da 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 da, look, we're doing a scale as well. So thank you, my prayers, and I'm sure other people's prayers were answered with this one. And I think she's going to look absolutely gorgeous, and of course she's going to fit right in my Sakura Miku shrine. And now we're on to February, and starting off strong with Fairy Tail Erza Scarlet 1/6 Ataraxia armor version by DDM Factory Wing. And this was delayed again from last year as well, and I was super sad, but that's okay. Look at the details on it. She's just perfect, and it's a new armor that they're doing. Thank goodness, and I love it so much. And the absolute motion in this piece as well, with her hair, the swords, the colors of the sword swipes, magic, and the pose. I think this is going to be an absolute epic addition to my Erza collection, and I just absolutely can't wait to get my hands on her, to be honest. So I was sad that they did delay her, but hopefully she comes out in February, because I can't wait to add this one to the collection. She is so gorgeously epic. Next we have a nendoroid, and it's the Overlord Albedo Nendoroid 2604 dress version by Good Smile Company. Who else is it going to be, honestly? It's funny that they call this dress version when in reality what else is she wearing in the show apart from nothing? But well, that's arguably a body pillow, but it is a dress. I have to get this because I do always say, and I just can't say it anymore because I have at least 3 nendoroid pre-orders per year. I swear, it's like I can't help it. They keep as soon as I'm like, okay, no more, they release a character I didn't think they were gonna do. But I had to pick this up because even though, well, she's my waifu, of course, but the faceplates they include with this are just too precious, too hilariously precious. And they're different as well, different enough to pick up another one, so I will be happily adding her to my shrine in February, hopefully. Next is a bit of a different one, and this is the original Bun-chan Rurin 1/24th scale, which is, that's going to be really tiny, I can imagine. I think it's exclusive with Ami Ami Nightworks, and it's by Snail Shell, which I love a lot of their works, and I haven't picked up anything because it doesn't really fit into my aesthetic yet, and it breaks me because there's a few things I would love to pick up. I've always wanted to pick up their Wasp Girl, but until I can do that, I thought this would be a fun kit to put together. It would have been nice if it was pre-painted, but it's kind of a cool fun kit. You can get the yellow version or you can get the purple version, and of course I'm going to go with the yellow. I mean, goodness, the purple's really cool, but original Wasp Girl, this is just gorgeous, and I love it. I know she is a wasp, but in my heart she is like the battle bee figure that I really want, and if they did a big scale of this, I would just die in happiness, because that I feel like that I need that in my collection. But nevertheless, this would be a really fun project, so I can't wait to pick this up and show you how to put it together. Hopefully it goes well. We'll see. That also brings up I would love a scale of this. I would just like get some sort of awesome bee queen or just battle bee, something that's from an illustration being made into a scale figure. I just would love something like that in my collection. So is this as close as I'm gonna get? I'll be happy with that, but then maybe that's something I might have to make myself as well, because it's such an awesome aesthetic thing. So this needs to be a thing. Let me know if you think so too. So this one is a bit of a different one as well. February is quite full of surprises, and that is NSFW Original Ghost Girl 01 Chiyu, and yeah, it's by, and I was like, I'm sure this is the same company that did I think it's the Ghost Girls with the clothes, and you can't see the ghost, which I wouldn't really pick it up. I like the first one, I'm not a big fan, not a fan of the fan one. Sorry, but the other one I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Not what I'd pick up. It's definitely for a specific audience. But then I saw this, and the Halloween funny girl in me is like, I have to pick it up because I think it's so humorous. The fact that you've got this bit that's like, oh, choo, I'm a ghost, boo. And then it's like, well, hello, darling. Where will you be haunting tonight? With this beautiful goddess aesthetic, with this drapey dress and the back, it is very, very suggestive, and it's not my usual theme, but it's enough that this is quite quirky and I really love it. It's especially if they get the blushing right with the fun play on the see-through fabric. I feel like this would be a really fun piece to have in the collection, and I just had to pick it up. It's $50 AUD. How could I go wrong? It's just too funny not to get, and I'll be curious to see how this one turns out. I believe this is a smaller scale thing. Is it? Doesn't say here, but I'm sure it'll be on the smaller size. But we'll see, won't we? Now moving on to March. I believe most of these pre-orders are focused at the beginning of the year, so it'll be interesting to see how much that differs when things start getting delayed. Starting with our third Albedo pre-order of the year. Yes, I am still obsessed. It is probably still a problem, but I have not pre-ordered every Albedo figure. I'm sure you know a few have been released and I have not picked them up, so there is some restraint there. And this is the Overlord Albedo Katie Cully 1/8 10th anniversary Sobin version by Kadikawa and Wing. And I absolutely love this. We're getting a beautiful anniversary piece that has her in her original dress, and she's got the scepter staff there, wand, and it's just, it looks so beautiful and graceful. I absolutely love and again, this absolute goddess atmosphere that's around her. I love how they've done the wings. The hair is beautifully shown, and she's on this awesome staircase as well. Yes, there's supports that are going to be needed, but I think this is going to be an absolute beautiful piece, and I can't wait to pick that up for the collection. Now to March's second pre-order, and it is thank you so I'm so excited for this one. Kotobukiya. Oh my goodness, I've been dying for them to release another horror themed character, and they have just killed it with an absolute amazing one that I really want. And this is the Ring Sadako Bisojo statue, Horror Bisojo 1/7 scale by Kotobukiya, and isn't she just incredible? She is gorgeous. I have the normal version pre-ordered on AmiAmi, even though I think at some other stores you can pick up her with her alternative face, which just shows a little bit of her eye. And I don't think you could go wrong either way. Like, you either have her with her full hair down or with the little eyes showing. It's kind of a nice option, but goodness, the original here with the tape, they've just done everything right. She is absolutely gorgeous. Even if you zoom up on her hands and her feet, the fingernails are like, the nails are all like torn off and fleshy, and the tape, I think I'm a bit concerned. It is, I think, a bit loose. You have to arrange it yourself. So I'm like, oh, that's going to be an absolute pain to dust, because I wasn't sure if it's going to be a hard piece or a loose piece, but I guess we'll see that when we put it together. But they've got the tapes there, and I think this is just an absolute stunning piece, an absolute must for the Kotobukiya horror bit. I've been just dying to add something to the collection because they haven't re-released the ones I would potentially pick up for the horror shrine, even though they have done the Freddy and the Jason, which is awesome, but I'm just not a big fan on the high tight shorts. Like, I'm more for the bit more of the, well, like, I guess this bit more of a creepy ghost dress, or like the Beetlejuice one is my absolute favorite one. I also have the Michael Myers one, which I think in the suit and everything with the mask, that is so epic. I would love to have like the Edward Scissorhands one if it ever got re-released, or I'm pretty sure it's the Pinhead one, even though like the peel skin is a bit but it's just, I think that one is also gorgeous. I'm a bit more on that aesthetic opposed to some of the other pieces they've done, but I'm not complaining. Look at this, she is just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm so glad they're re-releasing the Beetlejuice one for everyone, because I did pay a little bit up for that to get that, because I just absolutely had to have it a few Halloweens ago. But it is such a beautiful polished figure. I'm even tempted to try to hunt down the Bride version. So we'll see. It's that good of a figure. Now then, moving on to our next one. And that is surprising another Miku, and that is the Pyro Characters Hatsune Miku 1/7 Miku Expo 2023 version toy box designed by Coco. Now, some of the Coco's designs have just been absolutely beautiful, and I am so glad that this one is getting official release. Oh, isn't she gorgeous? I was like, I do not have enough room for Miku's for creation of my collection at the moment, but this one, I'm so afraid if I don't pick this up now, she's going to be difficult to get in the aftermarket. And I can't forget, it's the aesthetic I love. You got the creepy doll but beautiful music box vibe. It's just got the key in the back. It's just everything I could hope for in a beautiful Miku thing. So why did they do this to me? It's so hard. There's so many beautiful Mikus, and even the prize figures, just all the scales. It is so hard once you pick up. It is true. Once you pick up one Miku, it is so hard not to order heaps more. So I'm like, okay, well, we'll see. I'll try to keep this pre-order if I can, because the design is just absolutely just beautiful, divine. March may be the most expensive month yet. And it also includes another Overlord Albedo, Katie Cully 1/7, and this is the splendid kimono version by Kadikawa. This just felt like it popped out of nowhere. I knew where to hit my purse and take my money. Like, it's just, oh my goodness, look at it. Isn't it just, I can't even, you can see everything I love it about if you know my aesthetic. It's just everything. The kimono is beautiful with the web design on it and how the wings are over, and she's just like, she looks like such a geisha. She's so beautiful, absolutely stunning. Even her top hair bit there that curls over, I don't know how they managed to look that so graceful. And I love how the kimono is over her shoulders too, and you get that beautiful wide v-neck, and how soft and graceful this is. And I just absolutely have to pick this up. I know it's terrible. This is making March very expensive, but how could I not pick up this Albedo? She is just, she's divine. Now with our cheapest item this year, still in the month of March, and that is the Overlord Hatsune Miku Hello Good Smile. I only have one Hello figure, and that is Homura from Madoka Magica, and she is super cute, and I love it because you can put her head on a creepy doll tilt. Otherwise, I haven't really felt the need to get any more, and I think that's just because I haven't really done characters that I particularly want in my collection. Otherwise, I probably would have had more. But for the Sakura Shrine, I was itchy. I'm like, oh, do I pick this up? Do I don't? I don't necessarily need it, but I wouldn't mind having a smaller Sakura Miku to add to the collection, because she does have a few lovely prize figures coming out this year, which I thought I'd try to keep this pre-order video. Well, yeah, because I don't pre-order prize figures because they do go lower in price, and then depending where I pick them up, so it's just easier to pick them up when I can. But I definitely will be picking up majority of the Sakura Mikus that are coming out this year, which a lot of the prize figures look absolutely gorgeous. There's one where she's sitting down with a cherry pillow. Oh, it's so cute. I think it's a desktop. Anyway, this one would be an adorable collection to add, I think. So that's why I thought I'd include it as well. Now then, finally some Black Butler figures. We're still in March, mind you. And I did pre-order these from Ami, which is ironic because I just said I don't pre-order prize figures, but I'm pretty sure these are. But you can understand why, because they probably will be more difficult to get. So I thought, okay, I'll crack these down. So these are absolutely adorable. We've got the Black Butler from the latest season, and is it a Teku Paiku? I think that's how you say it. But it's kind of like a chibi version of them too. I'm dying for them to release some scales, or I just want one new scale of Sebastian. That's all I want. My husband, please. I knew this. I love him so much. Anyway, I'm so happy still that they have these coming out. They're super cute, and of course I have to pick them up for the Black Butler Shrine. I cannot say no. But I think they're also very adorable too, and so definitely add them to the cart. So now in April we have the Overlord. It's not Albedo, it's my second waifu from the show, and that's Antama. She's so cute, and this is the 1/8 Sobin version by Alta. Oh, she is so gorgeous. I love her hoodie. It's just with the long sleeves and the awesome base. I can't wait to see how I hope they do that well, it turns out. But I just absolutely love the color aesthetic and the fact that we're getting another Antama figure, because I love her design so much, as in like just her buggy character, and I need more Antama, so I am so glad that they have this. Oh, wouldn't it be amazing? Now, I would pick up a nendoroid of her. That would be cute. You have her up with her hands like but I can't wait for this. Her hair just really glows in this piece. I think it looks so pretty. Can't wait to add it to the collection. Now, next, also in April, we have Tail Erza Scarlet, talking of which, the dreaded nendoroid. But finally, an Erza, my main queen waifu, even before Albedo, special place in my heart. This has been teased for so many years to have a nendoroid of Erza, and then they end up putting up Natsu and Lucy, which I don't know if they were teasing those a bit before. I made the early decision long before to only collect Erza from Fairy Tail just for space, which I'm glad I did because she's my favorite character. I have a few other Lucy pieces I've been so tempted to pick up, but I restrained, and I'm glad because I'm going to need the space for all the new Erzas that are coming out this year as well. And I'm so glad. And look at her face. She's just got the perfect battle scream face, and she's also got the blush faces. She's just so precious. But this has been one for a long time, and I can't wait to pick her up. I definitely have to get her some cake accessories to go with this. I think the Good Smile store might have one as an extra, but I'm pretty sure I can pick up something that I could just give her to hold, because that blush face holding cake, I think, is how I'll have to have it displayed. Oh goodness, she's so cute. My bad, Erza's actually coming out in May, so Antama is the only one for April. Right, so moving on, and this is for, oh my goodness, Good Smile, you have done it. I absolutely love Future Diaries. The characters, mostly. I think I've said in past video, the story is hit and miss for me, but I love the character lineup, and especially she was my first yandere, and that was Yuno Kasai from Mirai Nikki. Diaries. Pop-up parade is finally, oh my goodness, I can't believe we're finally getting a figure, an affordable figure for all those Future Diary fans that would love to have this crazy pink hair girl in their collection, and now we finally can. Yay! I know, I'm terrible. I have her nendoroid from last year. I've got the video basically done, but I haven't been able to post it yet, so I can't wait to share that with you. But I have pre-ordered not only the standard edition, I've pre-ordered for the first time from the Good Smile Company store to get the exclusive edition where she's got her absolute famous face, and I had to get both, and I'm so excited to get them. Oh my goodness, it would be amazing if they did other characters from the series. Not sure if they will, even though the main boy, I'm sorry, I can do without him, but if you get some of the other characters from the series, I would love that. Oh, imagine if they did like one of their extra large versions, so you could have like a 1/4 of Yuno. I think that would complete my collection. But nevertheless, I will not be greedy. I am very happy with my nendoroid and pop-up parade. So yes, I mean, I think it would have been better if they did like some of the other pop-up parades where they did the faces, you could switch the faces, but I guess because you've got a different arm piece, they didn't want to do a whole torso that you could have the same figure for. But I digress. I feel like fans would pay a little bit extra if you wanted to put a whole torso and have a switch out, like one of my Erza figures from last year that you could do that with. But alas, if you want both poses, you're gonna have to buy both figures. So yeah, well, I mean, it wouldn't worry me anyway because I'd want them both on display, but it would have been nice if they could have done that. Anyway, a series that I haven't really talked about, and that's because my love of it only just started recently, near the probably middle of last year, and I had to pick up this figure as a fear of starting a new series. If you love it too much, you know you're going to pick up something from it, and my friend that introduced me to this, thank you so much. You're making me spend more money than I need to, because now I absolutely love the series and I have to get figures from it. And that is, of course, the Apothecary Diaries. And the first figure coming out is the Maomao 1/7 by Good Smile Company. I thought it was a version name, but it's actually just called Maomao, and that is so sweet. I don't think anything else could perfectly encapsulate her than this figure, and I just absolutely love it so much. And it's 140 AUD dollars, and I think that is very fair, especially if we're going to get the Good Smile Company thing. I know a few people are like, oh, it's a simple figure, I get that, but I was expecting to pay maybe more than that for this. But I think it's a beautiful, just majestic, simple figure of this character, and for a really good price I had to pick her up because I absolutely adore her now. Thank you, friend, you know who you are. And the fact that I said I absolutely let slip that first figure, I've got another figure pre-ordered of her this year, but we'll move on first. Going to June now, and with a controversial Albedo figure, 1/6 scale by Beeful. Yes, but we are getting a proper maid version of Albedo. I love the design, but we all know that Beefle has their amazing reputation for figures breaking and them using a material that it's not exactly the nicest for figures, I will say. I do own one Beefle figure, and that is my Erza one. I love her so much, and she's been absolutely lovely to have in my collection. The majority of materials used for her were good. She came in perfect condition, but the only thing is, like, I remember her arms that were painted skin tone that didn't match the actual plastic skin tone that they had for her face, and that annoyed me a little bit. But apart from that, I really love her very much. And with the pictures that they've shared a bit more than they usually do in Beefle, so I'm gonna take that little gamble. Yes, my second gamble of the year. And I pre-ordered this from Sugo Toys, so we'll see how we go. But I think this is an absolute beautiful maid version of Albedo, and I just have to pick it up. I think I haven't checked, but they're usually a limited amount, so she'll probably be out of a set. They usually do 300, but who knows, they might change for her. But you'll see, I guess, when I unbox her, when I finally get her. There'll probably be a delay, because even though they say she releases in that month, usually I have had terrible delays when getting from Sugo Toys, but it's not them. I think they just get the shipping via sea mail, so it just takes a while to get down here in Australia, so I'll just have to wait patiently. But I am excited for this, even though it is also a bit of a gamble because of the feathers on the wings and the hair I fear snapping, but we'll see how we go, I guess. If it works out well though, I think this is going to be a fun figure to add to the collection. Goodness, I have quite a few very interesting pre-orders this year, I think I have to say. Some unusual ones, definitely. And, well, instead of just usual scales, but this is another one to add to that list, and this is the original Cthulhu Neco Pajama Party by Apex Innovation. And she's just so cute. I don't know what she's so cute. I am so happy they're making an official scale of her, and Apex is picking up. This should do a beautiful job. I love my Cthulhu idol. I just wish that a company that could do a bit more better quality could have done her, but I absolutely love it. And then I like the chibi version, but I just felt like something was missing for that price. I could still pick it up, but then they released this, and I'm just, oh goodness, this character, whoever created this character, it's just, we needed this in the world. She is so cute. And this design where she's got all the little plushy cats, it's just perfect. I have to pick it up. I think she is a small scale, but I waited to, a few sites had her up for pre-order, but I waited, and I'm glad Amy finally got her up, and they got her in the set. It comes with dice, it comes with her character card in case you want to play as her. I love Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm currently in a group with one of my friends, which I'm enjoying. We're starting hopefully our long campaign after a few different starts, but we'll see. I'm playing a cleric high elf, if you're curious, and but this is so gorgeous, and I just love the little extras that come with this as well, which will be interesting to see if it is worth the $140. But I had to pick this up. It's so fun. I love how they're definitely catering towards that Dungeons and Dragons audience, and I don't know about you, but I'm eating this up. I can't wait to get this. This is so gorgeous. And it's so cute to add to my larger one as well. Oh my goodness. In my I have a green hair shelf at the moment. I have a few figures that I need to add to it, but it is a thing now, and it's gonna look so gorgeous on it. Can't wait. So, second Maomao figure of the year, and it is the nendoroid, and it's the Maomao nendoroid garden party version by Good Smile, of course. And how could I not pick this up? So I will admit, I do. This will not be just my second Maomao figure. This will be my fourth. I have the first version of her nendoroid, and I also have her pop-up parade, which I have not unboxed yet, but I do plan to do on the channel shortly, hopefully before these are released. But there will be an Apothecary Diary shrine. I haven't got a spot for it yet, but I have to work out how to squeeze her into my collection because it is happening. I love it too much. and even I was like, it's like, you've already got a Maomao nendoroid. And I'm like, yeah, but look at these faces. This is completely different. I mean, come on, look at they've done her perfect faces if I wanted the second one. And she's in her beautiful dress as well. Just goodness. Acting all cheeky and like she owns the world too and enjoying poison too much. But it's just perfect. And of course, I have to pick this up. There's just no argument here. Just have to. Talking again about Good Smile still forcing me to get nendoroids because they're now making ones I absolutely want. And that is, of course, my husband. I gotta pick him up. Sebastian. Nendoroid with it's the Sapphire Owl version. Oh my goodness. Look at him. Look at him. Yes, you can take my hand. He is just gorgeous. Look at him. I don't even need it. I love the expressions, and he's got little glasses as well, and then that cheeky grin as well. Yes, he is definitely simply one hell of a teacher butler. And one hell of an addition to add to the collection. I swear, you're making me... Black Butler series is making me collect more chibi things than I would rather. But I need them. I see them and I'm like, oh goodness, I'm gonna have to pick you up as well. At least it's not a nendoroid doll. I do have the Black Butler set of nendoroid dolls, but I'm just... Yeah, I'm not a big fan. The clothing is very hard to put on. And even though I do love dolls, mind you, it's still a bit too petite for my taste. But nevertheless, I still love them, and I can't wait to add this one to the collection because look at his faceplates. They are just in the glasses. They're just precious. June is basically such a sweet, adorable month. Now moving on to July, and we've got hopefully final pre-order of Maomao for the year. Yes, I got another one. I am terrible. I swear I'm trying to hold back on pre-orders, but I am also very terrible, and there's a few I just cannot let go of, and this is one of them, which is the Maomao 1/7 scale garden party version by Wonderful Works. Isn't she wonderful? Look at... She is so beautiful. She's in her iconic pose from the scene with the napkin. They've got her hair so beautifully sculpted. I love the sculpt of this. They've done it so well. And the coloring as well. If they get it true to this is going to truly be probably my favorite Maomao figure. She will look so gorgeous and just so empowered here. The amount of emotions I feel like she went through on this entire scene is just hilarious, and how the audience is watching her. It's just so magnificent. I cannot explain it anymore. And I can't wait. This is such a beautiful figure, and I can't wait to get my hands on her. It's just perfect. That's all I can say. So the second figure, or dare I say figure set for July, and we're finally getting some Halloween figures I want. I know I really want to add to the Halloween shrine, but nothing really spoken out. But this year it's feeding me well. We've got the Sadako by Kotobukiya, I've got the Cthulhu-chan, and now I've got, oh goodness, I've been wanting to pick up a ReZero figure, but it's so difficult to decide sometimes. But I'm glad I can pick up a new ReZero figure, and I had to pick up this set, which is a Roman Ram by KD Cully 1/7 Phantom Knight Wizard versions. I am shocked that they are listed for $140 for the set. So they're definitely trying something different. I don't expect the quality to be as high as a usual 1/7, but you can have your hopes up, I suppose. But of course, you have to grab the set. Look at them. And the scene on the pumpkins, the designs are just gorgeous. They complement each other so beautifully. I was always distraught that they never did a Ram to match the Ram set for the, I think it was Fat Company's Halloween version of Rem, even though I did pick it up when it went cheaper because the quality wasn't as per its pre-order price, but I've always loved the figure. I hear a lot of negativity around it, but I know the wasn't as perfectly made as it should be, but I absolutely love it, and I really wish, because there is an artwork of it, but they just never made a set to match it. But alas, I'm going to get my prayers answered with a new Halloween set with Rem and Ram here, and it is gorgeous, and for that price it's a definite instant pre-order, and I hope this turns out well, because oh my goodness, it just looks so epic. I can't wait for this, honestly. My Halloween spirit is tingling. Another one which was, goodness, I was like, oh, on the fence. I'm still on the fence with this one. But I know it's like, oh, why pre-order if you're on the fence? Well, we'll see. I can always, majority of these on Ami, and they're pretty forgiving if you give them quite a few months notice of deciding whether or not to get it. But I saw this and I'm in love with it. It's the original Neco made Mo-chan 1/7 by Froje. Now this is, I guess the gamble with this one is it's a new company. It's a 1/4 scale, and it's listed for $130 AUD. And you're thinking, is that right? and there's even, they've got a picture here. This is from, I don't know where they've displayed it, what show, but this is the prototype. It looks very promising. I love the colors, the Neco theme, the maid. You've got the beautiful brown tights and the hair and like the real feather duster. I love this design very much, and I am so curious to see how this turns out. So curious enough that I'm like, okay, well, I think I'm gonna really love this if this turns out well. So let's pre-order it for now and see. So, but yeah, I definitely am surprised with this one. It's just kind of came out of the blue. So let's see how it goes, I suppose. It's been a while since I've added a 1/4 to my collection. I think Albedo Bunny was the last one that I added. I would love to get Mari from Kakegurui, but just haven't had that right moment to pick her up for the collection. And then I'm just like, oh goodness, trying to curate for space too. But yeah, if I have to pick up another 1/4, I would love to pick her up, but we'll see. Otherwise, this would be an exciting one to add to the collection, especially if it's at a cheaper price than the usual bee bunnies are. Goodness. And you're getting more clothes, more value, as my mother would have put it. So would you believe me, then we have quite a few months break. Goodness, and I don't have another pre-order until December. Goodness. So that was a bit of a skip. I wonder how long that's going to last. I bet this is all going to scramble up. Hopefully, if it gets pushed out a bit more than being so compact into these months, it'll definitely help Wallet-chan out a bit. But coming out in December and absolutely gorgeous, yes. It's another Albedo, and I'm not sorry. It's the Shibuya Scramble 1/7 scale Shikoku no dress version by CyberZ Eastream, and she is, oh goodness, absolute goddess energy, looking so graceful, and the color scheme is just making me drool. It's just beautiful, and her hair, the wings. Oh my goodness, she is beautiful. And you've got the candlestick and the stairs. Like, this is, thank you, Eastream. You were giving me, I haven't bought this Eastream figure for quite a while, and I'm so excited for this, because I was like, oh goodness, I'm wondering if they're going to do another one that I would want to pick up, and ironically an Albedo one. But oh my goodness, she is beautiful. If she comes out as close as the prototype, that is going to be an absolute amazing piece to add to the collection. My goodness. And I think that's what I'm trying to focus for, because it's an absolute huge stream of Albedo figures, and I love her so much. Would love every figure, but then also it's gotta, when you're like that, you also need to be careful of ones that you might get hyped up a bit more. I originally had her Good Smile lingerie version pre-ordered at the beginning of this year, and I was asking myself, do I really need that one? Like, I think I might have got caught up in a little bit of the hype of that one. I do love the wings, but honestly, the lingerie is just very, I don't know, it's very boring. I think even the other one that got released with the white with the gold lace, that and the face with that one looked a lot more, I don't know, a lot more appealing, a bit more to tell to the story, bring to the table, instead of just having normal, I guess, potential. It just looks like normal underwear to me, even though I do love her wings and hair in that one. But I thought, okay, this one came out similar and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to cancel that pre-order and I'm just going to pre-order this one instead. That makes it very easy. Like, what do I choose? Oh, well, goodness, look at this. How can you compare? But you can get a bit caught up in the hype, and I think it's important to think how originally you thought or loved the themes of your collection, and then question yourself about it, of course. And I think it's one of those ones that it would probably be easier to get later on than first up, especially with some of the silly prices. Even though that one's a bit better, being Good Smile, the quality's going to be better, the price is not too bad, but I would probably prefer to pick up this one. And last but not least, we have Monsieur Ciel himself, and this is an exciting one. So we've got Ciel Phantom Hive by Aniplex Sentinel, and this is, I think, another might be a new brand trying to get that market in between scale, figure quality, and prize figure, because this is about like a $50 figure. It's non-scale, so it's kind of trying to market towards that higher grade of prize figure, I feel. And prize figures have become so incredible in details. I was dusting some of my older REMs and comparing them to some of the newer prize figures I've picked up, and it's just, oh my goodness, there's no comparison in a short amount of years, and I'll definitely be adding that into a video soon. But goodness. So this one I think will be an awesome addition to the Black Butler Shrine, but I do have concerns with the chair. So with prize figures, and I guess not even scale, all scale figures have got chairs right with the shading, so it's really easy to make it look like cheap brown plastic. So that's my only fear with this one, but because it's Ciel, I still have to pick it up, and I do love his pose. It's very awesome, so I can't wait to see how this one is finished up. So that's December, and currently no 2026 pre-orders. Good, I think that one's a first. Usually I have at least one figure that's already for the next year, but well, we'll see how long that lasts. I wouldn't be too surprised if Erza Heaven's Will version gets pushed to another year. Goodness. But I just want to spend this last little bit to talk about some other figures coming out this year that I am still hyped about, I would love to pick up, but depending on how the situation is, and then also space-wise, I may or may not pick up. So let's start with the one that I could probably do without, and yes, it's an Albedo, and this is the Overlord Albedo 1/7 by Fat Company. This has been in production for I don't know how many years, but it's been teased for quite a while. And then the color version, now it's finally up for pre-order. The price though for what is in comparison to some other Albedos, I'm trying to learn my lesson here, doesn't seem to, I still think it's a bit expensive. So I do love the aesthetic with the wings and how she's got a necklace piece down there and her hand, it's just, and the base looks really cool. The face though, am I sold on it? It does have a bit more of the cutesy one. That was the other one, the armor, the Albedo armor version, which is coming out this year as well by DMM. Even though I have the Erza one pre-ordered, this one I love the armor so much, but the face, it's a bit cute for her. Maybe if the price was down a bit, I might pick it up in the aftermarket, we'll see, but it's definitely not a priority. So I feel like I could put that to the side and to decide to later, but that's the same one with this one. The face is just too cute. Albedo has a more of a mature face. I know some of her prize figures have a bit more of a cutesy face. So far, they haven't been as, I think, manipulated as some of these scales here, but I will stand to be corrected. But yeah, they're not exactly feeling it, so I think I can do without for the moment, but I'm still got an interest there, so still got feelers out there with that one. Well, those two. The next one, which I'll definitely pick up, but I don't know if it's straight away, and that is the Fairy Tail Erza Scarlet. Of course, Erza, I have to. 1/6 scale, high kick version by Orc Toys. Now this is coming out in 3 different color variants. After having a long think about it, I think I definitely have to grab the black version. I just think it's more to my style. I just love the classy feel. A close second probably would be the white version if I wanted to go something different. And I'm like, oh, well, the other one I have is already like a dark red, close to black version. But I do really love how vibrant you get between the red and black. And I love you can change your hands to have it with the sword or not. But I do not have this on pre-order currently because majority of pre-orders are all kind of close together at the moment, and I know with the 3 versions I should definitely be able to pick this up in the aftermarket. The other one I picked up by Orca Toys with the flame version, I absolutely love it. It was a bit tricky to put together, and in my video actually a follower has got the thing as well and can't put it together, and I'm devastated for them because yeah, the quality of putting it together for Orca Toys is a very big hit or miss, and unfortunately I've had more hits than misses, and I've only heard more horror stories afterwards from other people, which I'm a bit sad about. Goodness, so because otherwise their quality is, I usually love their quality, but I did have a bit of an issue with the last one putting it together as well. You can see the video, but then it also wasn't too bad. Definitely recommend using like a heat gun or something with it. Nevertheless, I feel like this is going to drop in price, so I'm going to wait until that happens and then I'll pick it up because I can't imagine this selling out, and that's because of the past reasons of the other figures and also the 3 variants. But nevertheless, I do love the design and I really would like to add this to the collection when I can, but I guess no rush. Moving on, we have this absolutely beautiful Homura FNX 1/4 scale with the kimono dress. I would, in my dreams, I love this. I am still dreaming of the Albedo one as its price drops. I do dream of one day having that in my collection. And I would be amazing if I could pick up the Rem version as well. I know majority of my wife has been made with these dresses and I just can't afford them. So, and I'm going to make the smart decision and not pre-order this one. But isn't she beautiful? I absolutely love the pose, the dress. The only little thing I have, the little gripe that I have, is I preferred her prototype to the finished product. I loved when she had her hand on the umbrella, and I think that just worked aesthetically so much better. I know with this kind of pose she is matching Madoka, who has her hand in a ball, but that just works so much better with her aesthetic. But I just, even though I love Kyubey, anything Kyubey accessory wise, but I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of a bit heavy, and maybe they could have designed I know it's based off a particular bag design, but I just don't think the accessory works that hard. It's making this beautiful, graceful, light figure feel heavy in the wrong way. So I'm kind of glad because I don't feel like I'm missing out on the figure as much. Still would love to add her if I could afford to, but alas, I'll just have to be another time. But yes, Albedo Kimono, I will be coming for you eventually, my dear. There are a few Rem scales that are coming out this year that I would love. One of them being where she's sitting in the chair opposite of Rem, and as much as I love that so much, it is the price for both, oh my goodness, it's too much. So I'm hoping they will, as people put it, bin, and I'll be able to pick them up because it's such a beautiful set. But if they don't, then yes, it's just too expensive, I think, and you have to get the set because it just does not complete each other. Anyway, well, I'm calling it a set because I feel like you can't get one without the other, and I'm catering towards people. Oh my goodness, my absolute aesthetic. These wine glasses by Prime One Studio of Echidna and Rem are just divine, and I need them so much in my collection, but that price is still a bit too pricey for me, so I am hoping to either pick one up later when I can, or just wait and see. Hopefully the price might go down, but I just love it with the hair draping over. Even Kina is so beautiful, and Rem is so cute and dainty, and the glasses stands that come with them, they're just absolutely, I feel like they were made for me. I just wish I could afford them. But I had to mention them because aren't they just beautiful? Goodness, I'm trying not to add everything, but I just have to mention these last two figures, okay? And another series that the same friend got me into, and I do have some figures from it, and I can't wait to show you. But alas, I have fallen into the Spy Family craze, and I love it. It is an incredible show, and oh my goodness, Yor and Anya and Lloyd, they're just so precious. I absolutely love, I wish I could pick this up. If I can, at a later date, I will. And this is the E-Stream Anya Forger with Bond. Oh, Bond, I love you so much. It's just, I want that dog so much. And it's their 1/7 scale, and it's like a Christmas one. It is just to die for. Oh goodness, I just love this, and I really would love to pick this up if I can. Look at it. It's so detailed and perfectly encapsulates the atmosphere these two have. It's just so cute. It's intoxicating. And that brings me on to this other Spy Family figure, and this is the Anya Forger and Lloyd Forger 1/7 by Good Smile. And look at this. This is so precious. You got Anya, you're like da da da. You got Lloyd just like with just a normal condensed smile, and he's got the groceries, thinking, oh goodness, yes, I can make this work in the mission, you know, for the mission. I love this piece, the details, and how you've got the two characters together. I'm just eating it up. I feel like I need this, so I'm really hoping I can pick this up at a later date, or I might just have to pre-order it because it is precious too. A bit more in the affordable range, so we'll see. But those two Spy Family figures, I wouldn't be surprised if you see me just you know, leaning in and getting them because they are just so beautiful. And I just hope, I would love a new Yor scale. I would love to pick up the, I think it's Firu who has the 1/7 up. It's not necessarily the most detailed figure, but I still love the charm of it and the design of the character. Anyway, so as much as I try to keep this video at a good time limit, I'm afraid I'm just too hyped for this year. And if you're still here, well done, because it's been quite a long one, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have. And I just cannot wait to show you all these figures and some of my later pre-orders from last year that of course I'm going to show you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for your support, and also let me know what some of your favorite pre-orders for this year, or your one absolute pre-order you just cannot wait for this year as well. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and treat yourself. Well, maybe I've treated myself a bit too much in this video, so tread lightly with your pre-orders this year, be smart about them, but also don't be afraid to pick up that one that you just like, yes, no, I have to pick this up. Anyway, take care, I'll catch you next week. Bye!